I'm stuck. Anyway. Does everyone on this call want to grow a Healy business in some way, whether that's you or as a practitioner doing service? Okay. Yes. So it's like, I don't know. Everyone else, just like maybe like throw something in the chat. Yeah. Anyone
can I just say, is it really true, Lisa? Healy, is Healy your really last name? Oh my God, I'm sorry. Really I just noticed that and I just had to comment on that. You go, girl. That's like, awesome.
I think somebody thought that I just put that on there because I love Healy so much, and I do. But no, that's really my name.
I just had to say something.
Yeah, I said that the first time I ever saw her name too. We were in the middle of a call, and I was like, "Wait, hold up, hold the phone." Also, I'm just like scrolling through here and seeing all the people. Hello, Margaret. Hello. I always have to shout out Rita because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning in Norway, and Rita is here, and I love you. And we got to chat with her. Anna and I got to chat with her yesterday and actually see her face and like connect with her. And what we have going here is just so special, guys. Like, it's just so special. We're really, the people who are drawn into the tribe are here to do really big things together. And it's just very exciting. So it seems to me that everybody on this call, because you haven't jumped off, is here to build a business, whether that business is, doing it as a service, selling Heelys, starting a wellness practice, something that you're not quite sure like what that is. So I want to invite everybody to know an option that's a next step. And I've been talking about this a little bit lately, but I'm going to be talking about it more and more as it's coming. We are starting this thing called the Solstice Sync Up. I'm going to keep planting the seeds because it's coming. And even though it's in June, we're going to launch it in May. So people have time to get their Heelys. And then it's going to start in June. It's going to be a 12-week program. So I'm going to kind of break this down so everybody can put it in their minds. And also you can shoot ideas if you have any. All good, Rita. You chill. So what is the Solstice Sync Up? It is a 12-week program where we are going to coincide the cheat codes, which is a 12-week series that was done by Dr. Michelle Patrick, who is a Chinese medicine doctor, and Taryn. And if you haven't listened to them, you can listen to them ahead of time, or you can just do them with the rest of us during the program. I can tell you I'm going back and rewatching them to prepare for this. And it is like, literally, I have to stop every sentence and write something down. It's unbelievable. And what this program is going to do is it's going to connect people to their bodies in a way that we've never done it before. I don't even care how connected you think that you are to your body, because I feel like I am. I've been using Healy for almost 2 years now, and the stuff that I'm learning is just completely mind-blowing. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating this massive wave of healing by people getting in touch with their bodies and tapping into their bodies and connecting us to each other too. And this is like the easiest way that you can start your business and sell Heelys and find your tribe, by letting people know that this is coming. Even that if we don't have a flyer yet, but we know that this is coming. So start telling people, start getting them excited. Like, we're going to go through this program together. I can't wait to get reconnected to my body and to nature and to the lunar system and the solar system. And people are going to be like, well, what does that mean? Like, that's why we're here. That's literally, that's why we exist on Earth. Yeah, Veronica?
Are we using programs that like the holistic?
Turn it up. I can't hear you.
Are we using the programs that the holistic Healy have for these 12-week?
Yeah, so there are going to be programs that they tell us that some of them are that, you know, the gold program. So you will have access to them. You're not going to have access to all the programs, but that's okay. It's totally okay. And if you choose to, after learning about it, you want to get like a certain program just to do it for the 12 weeks, you can do that. You can get it as a subscription. The point of this is to figure out exactly what your body needs. Like, we all have Healy and we love it and we're learning to use it on our own, but we don't understand how to use it as strategic as this Chinese medicine doctor is talking about. And it's completely fascinating. I'm talking about to the point where you have grief from, you know, losing your childhood pet and it's been sitting in your liver and you have all these liver problems and you can't figure out why. Like, it's getting so in touch with your body that you understand, and then you can release that. Like, I don't even know where we're going to be at the end of these 12 weeks, but I feel like it's going to be freaking amazing. And so what all this looks like is in May, we are going to launch a pre-event explaining, cellular memory, explaining what this program is. What is the Solstice Sync Up? And then June 21st it's a Tuesday. That's the summer solstice. It will be a virtual online event. And by the way, all of this is free. So if you feel bad about, like, you know, plugging people into it, it's free. They don't even have to buy a Healy, but they're going to be talking about Healy the entire time. So that's the beauty of it. If someone's not ready to buy a Healy, they're going to keep learning and be like, okay, I obviously need a Healy. If they want to do the program with the Healy, then they'll get the Healy. So the June 21st event is going to be an online virtual event. We're going to have yoga. We're going to have sound healing. We're going to have some of our experts talking, Anna, Kristen, Pepper. Like, we're going to have people talking about, like, what they already know. Ancestral stuff, maybe if we have somebody who can talk about that. It's basically going to be all in alignment to, like, what the program is. So Kristen is a feng shui expert, and the 12-week program has a lot to do with the elements. So that's Kristen's wheelhouse. It has to do with the organs and releasing stored energy, emotion code. That's Anna. Pepper's just, you know, Pepper. So we pull her in whenever the hell we can. And then, you know, we're going to have yoga, and it's just going to be a really beautiful event, like a kickoff to the summer. And then the 12 weeks of summer, it's going to coincide. That was Trisha who made that connection. It's a 12-week series, 12 weeks of summer. And every week at the Vibe Tribe call, we are going to go over this. So it's almost like, it's not that we're taking a break from the stuff that we've been doing, but we're going to get really laser focused on using our Healys to heal our bodies. We've kind of been focused more on, you know, what does the black line mean? And, you know, the back office and, you know, the things that obviously everyone needs to know when it comes to Healy, but we haven't really gotten to know it as like alchemy for our bodies. So that's what we're doing. And does anyone have any questions with that? So what I would like to propose for anyone on this call who is open to this, and Anna, maybe you can give a little bit of a testimony after I'm finished saying this, what I'm about to say, of like how this works. But I would like to offer that anybody who actually does want to take advantage of this and really grow their business, and their business you might not even need the money. It could literally just be you want to help people heal. Like, you believe in Healy and you just want to get it out there because, like, you have this this calling to like heal people and help people, whatever your mission is, if you feel very strongly, then I would like to work with you personally. I don't have time to do, to work with people who aren't like ready to really run with this and go for their dreams. But if you do, if you feel called, like I would love to work with you one-on-one and like really figure out like who it is that you want to work with. Who are you targeting? How are you going to get this information out, and help you kind of create yourself a vortex where the people that you want are going to keep coming, and then we're going to plug them into this funnel together. Does that make sense? We're just all these individual like vortexes, and like our people, we just have to be prepared, and exactly what Anna and Alicia were saying, get really specific on what we want. And then as we're sitting here in the vortex, they're going to be coming into our lives. And it's like, oh my God, what do I do with them? What do I do with them? Plug them in to the Solstice Sync Up. Does that make sense for everyone? Okay. Anna, perhaps you could share your experience, because we did this with the 88 days. The 88 days is different because the 88 days was very much geared towards the Healy business, not so much, I mean, this is geared towards the Healy business, but it's more so healing, helping people heal. And then growing your business is just a side effect, but like you were interested in that. And so you and I got together and we did one of these sessions that I'm speaking about. And can you just like explain what happened?
Yes. Well, you did your big picture Ashley thing, and you helped me gain clarity. That was the biggest piece that I walked away from our little sit down and our chat working one-on-one, where I was kind of at a crossroads with working one-on-one with clients and just kind of feeling that burnout just from working, you know, a full week. As a projector, I needed my rest. And I wound up in the old pattern of, you know, finding a passion and going balls to the wall, like Beth Ann style, and then getting burnt out though, for me. And so in working one-on-one with you, we gained a lot of clarity. I gained a lot of clarity on how I can better support my human design and be able to, you know, really figure out who I am, how I operate, and like really dive deep into that, because I just was kind of lost. And that's because you pointed out that I have a lot of open centers. So I'm easily, you know, I'm easily flowing with whatever my environment looks like. So, and I have to say that, so the original intention, because as it was presented by the Quantum Empire, or whatever it is, had presented it, I was like, oh, I guess I'll just set a goal of like selling 10 Heelys. Who knows? That could never happen, but whatever, I'll just write it down. And so I wrote that down as like a goal, but then we sat down and I was just like, yeah, I just don't know what I really want. And it was more so to gain clarity about like who I am, what aligns with my heart space, and what feels good for me. And I have to say that like literally the goal turned into just being an open channel for like my heart space to really guide me, and just being connected in a way where I was flowing with things as opposed to trying to make things happen. And I set that goal, and literally, and you did the, well, why, and we broke it down to like, well, I just, you know, one of my biggest blocks around talking about Healy and having Healy for almost a year now is I just had this like ick factor around sales and what it looked like, because I thought I had this like thought of what sales is and what it looks like and what it has to be based off of what society tells us, shows us, we've seen as this structure, and not not having the example of the Aquarian business really up until that point to like see big picture what it is to still want to be able to help people and be able to do that with Healy and through Healy. And so, yeah, mine just turned into being an open channel for my heart space, making decisions completely from my heart space. And I've been doing that since February 22nd. And I have had so many rip off the Band-Aid moments because of that. Whether it was going live and talking about the ick factor with sales, which was Ashley's #1 first suggestion for me to do. And as soon as I did that, the universe was like, here you go. Here's all these amazing people on a silver platter that want Heelys.
Amazing people.
Amazing people that we've added to this tribe. And I'm just so grateful for that. And it's just continues to expand and continues to expand. I mean, it moved into like working through blocks even within my relationship and my marriage, and like just so many things have come up from really drilling down to what I was trying to like figure out who I am and what feels good for me. And then starting to create the boundaries and rip off the Band-Aids and figure out where was I holding fear and just running straight into fear. Like anywhere I found fear, I was like, okay, now we're running over here because this feels uncomfortable. This is like terrifying to me. So I'm just gonna jump through it because I've already had the experience of the universe being like, here you go. Like, good job. Way to do all this like hard stuff. And then obviously I had my moments of like, oh my God, I could sleep for days because this is like a lot. But it's been amazing. So, and with Ashley's guidance, that was like really, really helpful for me to gain clarity, have a sounding board, and really figure out like what feels good, what feels right. And sometimes it takes just like talking it out to like figure out what that is for you. So,
and that's really the beauty of having like the vibe tribe. It's like the Aquarian business model is if you tell me your vision, what you truly want is to have time to meditate and not like, I want to make $10,000 a month. Like, then that's what we're going for. Like that's the intention. And we're going to figure out how you can do that. And I had no idea when I was working with Anna, and we made that clear intention that she was going to do what she's done in the past, whatever, month and a half. I
laugh at it. I laugh at it now because I really did not think that I would. I mean, I'm looking at like
where
what
you were
now and how many people I've been able to help just with the trickle effect of Healy. And it's just like mind blowing.
You didn't talk about Healy for a year. Yeah. Like didn't talk about it. And then you could, if you guys should all go back to her, because you can see it in her feed on Instagram. It says "Why I Sell Heelys," I think was what you titled it.
Yeah.
And you can watch this healing take place. You can see her shaking. You can like see the uncomfortableness of it, and you can see her move through it. It's amazing. And I want that for everyone, including myself. I'm trying to figure out myself what I need to talk about. That's like, I really think that I created a completely separate account than like my, personal Facebook page. Nobody in my old life understands what I do. Nobody. And it is so uncomfortable for me when people from my past what are you doing now? Like right now I can feel it. So this is obviously what I have to like rip the Band-Aid off. It is so uncomfortable for me to say I'm a healer, even though I do the most incredible deep work. And I know that I've affected so many lives and I do it on a regular basis. I don't know if I feel like I'm an imposter. I don't know if I feel like I'm bragging. I don't know if I feel, you know what I think it is? I think I feel like they won't believe me. And that bothers me. But like, obviously,
is it they're judging you?
I don't think judging, because I'm a pretty confident person. I think it's like them not believing me, like I'm fake. I think it's that they think that like I'm fake, like I can't do that. So obviously I'm gonna have to do this. That sucks, but I'm making all of you guys do it, so I guess I have to do it too. So stay tuned for that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but
I'll hold you accountable.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just said it on this freaking call, so I have to do it. It sucks. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I don't even know how we got here. I already have to take a deep breath. Kristen, do you have anything? We don't actually have to go to 10 o'clock, but
no, we don't. I mean, I did write out a couple things based on this Reality Transurfing. I was listening to a podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I really feel like it aligns with so much of what we're doing right now. And it's really fascinating. It's called Reality. I think I have it up here, so it's easier for me. I just took a bunch of notes because I couldn't keep this all in my head. But so we were kind of talking about creating an energetic business plan for ourselves, like a life plan. And this thing is called Reality Transurfing by Renee Garcia. She's she didn't create it, but she's like the only one that is able to teach it. And she was interviewed with Guru Jagat. And I've listened to it like 3 times, and every time I listen to it, it's like when I read the Sophia Code, I have to stop and keep taking notes because it just makes so much sense. So she kind of talks about the law of attraction. Like the law of attraction is about manifesting things, and it's all about the power of your thought. And that was like the big thing. But it was kind of hit or miss for people. They weren't really, you know, it was kind of the beginning. And then if you look at Reality Transurfing, it's about materialization. It's about actually materializing something. And it uses the law of attraction, but it's like on steroids because you create action to materialize what you want. And in Reality Transurfing, there's parallel realities that are called life tracks that are very easily accessible all the time. So I mean, for some reason, the way I was viewing it is like, there's all these possible realities that can happen. There's many of them right here, right now. And if you're in like, I mean, we all know this, if you're in a bad mood and you stubbed your toe and you can't find your keys and you're cursing, and then, you know, you just keep creating more of that same thing and your frequency's low, that's a certain reality that you're creating. And then you might, you know, run into traffic and everything else, because everything then is the way that the reality works is it will show you more of the same thing. And we've all heard this. And so that's kind of the way I like to think of it, and that they can either be life enhancing or life depleting. And when you change your frequency to a higher one and you take action with that in mind, you can achieve a completely different reality. And there are different sectors of reality. And so this is kind of sciencey, and I'm kind of sciencey. So we went from the real kind of, you know, really deep stuff. So now I'm taking us a little more into science, but it all blends because Healy is science and spirituality. And it talks about the quantum field, that there are so many different sectors of reality available in the quantum field. And every reality is available to us. Whatever we can even think of already exists. And the quantum field has an infinite database that supports limitless information. So whatever our dreams are, whatever we really want, it's already there. We just have to have our frequency match it, and to experience it, to have it. And so she said, your current reality will be supported by evidence and information in the external world that matches your belief system. So here, there's 3 ways of doing it. The first one is by dialing in your frequency. So by what you have to do is create a solid intention of what you want. And then you have to have the ability to visualize what you want. So this is what we do when we're talking about what's our goal, what's our vision, what do we want? And if we're really not clear, like we talked about it today, if we're not clear, like when we put it in the coaching program, I want this, but you're not really clear on it, you're not really going to be able to dial into that frequency. And so it's about getting clear on it and having this heart-brain connection. So it's like what Ashley was saying, when you're feeling really passionate, that's your heart and your brain working together, right? When you're feeling super open, you're super excited, your heart is in it, right? And so, and then if your mind thinks, okay, this is safe for me to, I can see that by following this, you can have that, then that's okay. So the mind kind of agrees, or the brain agrees with the heart. And then you have that coherence. That's like, okay, let's do this. And so, and we all have experienced it when we really have an incredible experience. We really, you know, we're learning something new and we're lit up, or when we're in the vibe tribe and we're all like, our hearts are open, or, you know, something great happens, and you know what that heart brain feeling is. And so then the next thing is thought energy. So you have to think about, you just focus on the quality of your thoughts on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis. What are my thoughts right now? Are they low thoughts or low vibrational? Or are they higher thoughts? So just constantly kind of bring yourself up to a higher thought, and keeping yourself back in that intention. And then the final thing is taking the action. And it's just like everything that we talked about, like ripping those damn Band-Aids off, and on the things that you're passionate about, have the courage to override your mind and take action. And it's like Anna was saying, she was just like, I'm just going to run towards that fear because I know this is something that I want, and I just want to, I'm going to do it. And then when you do it, it's like, that really wasn't that hard, but it's all that fear and all those layers that we build up that scare us and that make us be like, no, I'm not safe to do that. So you can change your channel of your life by raising your frequency and turning up the volume for what you want. And so this is, I liked how she mentioned something about like creating your intention, and then imagine that this intention is in your entire spinal cord. Like really embody, this is about embodying, physically embodying what it is that you want. So imagine that intention is like your spine, and whatever comes at us, it doesn't take us out of alignment. Like we just keep bringing ourselves back to our intention. So if there's something that's calling your attention, like that's pulling you out of alignment, like a crying baby, you tend to the crying baby, and then you get back on course. Like you just stay on, and you're headed towards your North Star, and you don't let anyone take that vision away from you. And then what and where are you giving your attention to? So this was a whole nother thing. It's like, where are we wasting our time? One example might be, for instance, if we are spending a lot of time watching something like the news, and that's sucking tons of your energy, then it's depleting you more than it's filling you up. So it's so much about being super aware, keep yourself accountable for how much you give away to others, to people, to the news, to politics, relationships, to anything, and look at the balance. Like, is what I'm doing filling me up, or is it depleting me? And so that's another way of kind of really staying on track with what your intention is, and tune yourself into the reality you want because it exists. Use all of your senses. So this is okay. So this is kind of the very first piece that I was talking about with coming up with the intention and raising the frequency. So let's use an example. Like, say you really want to buy a new house, and you've really visualized everything you want. So you want to use all of your senses, your auditory, your visual, your kinetic, and you want to feel and imagine the whole scenario for whatever it is that you want, and immerse yourself in it on a regular basis. Kind of just keep every day. And this is something I want to work on myself, because I think this would be something really cool for us. And maybe we can even do this as like, this is my vision, this is my dream, and then we can share in our calls, and just really feel the whole scenario. So say you want this new house, and you have dreamed it up to every little thing that you want, and you imagine the realtor calls you on the phone, and she says, "Oh my God, I found your perfect house." And then you go there and you open the door, and you just see all the light coming in the windows, and that's everything that you wanted. And you hear your feet stepping on the hardwood floor, and you see there's a fireplace, and you turn on the fire and you feel the heat, and you smell how fresh the house smells. Like, just whatever it is that you want, just immerse yourself in all of it. And that's how you raise your frequency. That's how you kind of completely get out of that lower frequency to the higher frequency. And then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Really, you control how you create your life, and at any moment you can just bring yourself right into another reality. And the other thing I was thinking was, like, when I'm kind of in a funk or something, I just imagine, okay, there's another reality, like a parallel reality right now that I can tap into. And sometimes I don't even really know exactly how I want to, what it is, but I might just go into my heart space and just like get super excited about, there's unlimited potential here. And all I have to do is just know that it exists for me. And then I can reach it. It can be like instant. So I just think this really plays into everything that we've been talking about. And it's really powerful in materializing what it is. It's like the external world responds to, it's like if you have a theory of what the world is and you think it looks this way, then the external world will just present you with all of that experience. But if you then change your theory by raising your frequency and knowing that something else is possible for you, like building a huge Healy business or whatever it is, and tapping into that intention and feeling it, then it's going to happen no matter what. It will just happen for you. There's no way it can't. And it's just super exciting. So there's your sciencey thing.
No, that was amazing. I wrote all that down. I also wrote down that you're going to be doing that on the Solstice Sync Up, and with the intention being like walking people through like what is their intention for doing this, like this program, like what does perfect health look like to you, or so you're doing that, and that's amazing. And also raising your frequency, like, guys, they weren't talking on this podcast, they weren't talking about the Healy. They don't, like, you have something
I know
that can instantly raise your frequency. That's why when people, one of the number one things when people start using Healy, they start manifesting things. It's almost instant. I don't know how many times it's happened when somebody's done one program and then all of a sudden, they got a new job, or they, manifested a new friend, or, a partner, money. Like, it happens instantly. It's wild. And so exactly what Kristen's saying, use your frequency for that. But I had an idea why you were also talking about that, because this actually really impacted me. I literally felt like, you guys probably think that I'm like this very confident person, and I am, but like in this space, I am truly myself. And so I'm grateful to all of you for that. But when I was thinking about going live on my regular Facebook page and talking about like who I am and what I do, it's happening again. I want to throw up. I literally want to throw up. And so I would like to know if anybody else has anything that you already know is that one thing and you're ready. By voicing it right now, like it's ripping a Band-Aid off because you're voicing that one thing that you know that you have to do. You don't have to do it tomorrow, but like, you know that you have to do it. You're taking action. So does anyone else have anything that they're just like, they know that they're really afraid of, that they don't want to do and they don't want to tell us about? Yes, please. Soa.
I do not want to tap into my femininity. And I realize as a single mom, I've got the dad part covered, but I have to show her how to be a woman and I don't have a choice, even if it's a mask until she's an adult and then I can be more masculine. So I'm terrified and all help is wanted here, please.
Well, you should bring her on Vibe Tribe calls. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's asleep. Well, maybe we'll have one during the day or something. But thank you for sharing that. Does anyone else have anything that makes them want to throw up? Kristen, you've got to have something that makes you want to throw up.
Got to. I don't know. I'm trying to think what that is right now. I feel like I've been doing a lot.
I know we have.
I know I do.
Megan.
All right. I know I'm a healer. It is so incredibly hard for me to say that. And a lot of it is tied to the story with my mom committing suicide. You know, trying to help her, being there for her, doing my darndest. I do not blame myself for her choice. But there's like that kind of like how you were saying, Ashley, I can be in a certain space and talk freely, but to go back to those that know the whole story, that know, you know, when I've stumbled, when I've fallen, when I've not been, you know, at what might be called my best, it is very difficult for me to claim it, own it, promote it, and even offer help. I'm an incredibly magical, miraculous healer, and I don't share it.
I didn't know when, I mean, I knew that you were awesome, but I didn't, until we did our latte chat, I didn't know that stuff about you. And it's unbelievable. So guess what? We're accountability partners, unfortunately. Yeah. We're going down this thing together. We're doing it together.
I will say what I have done, and it has been difficult, my Instagram stuff, which hasn't totally claimed that, but it feeds to a Facebook business account, which is my full name, Megan Michelle Ellis. And I have forced myself to share that on my personal Facebook page. I'm like, okay, if anybody from my past sees it, okay, we'll see. But that's been like my baby step. Like, I'm still talking about stuff that's really safe and fun and joyful, but I'm at least putting it over there too. It's talking about the difficult stuff, like how we started, you know, at 8 o'clock, talking about that kind of healing. We can heal from this, but it's tough to talk about.
It is. And not only that, it's going to ruffle feathers. Like, I know that if I go live and talk about like what I do and who I am now, obviously the fact that my twin sister being an addict is going to come up. Mm-hmm. So then my mom, who's on Facebook, and, you know, every time I get together, doesn't want to talk about anything that I do. She just wants to tell me about like this girl that I went to high school's like fourth child that she has. Like, she's going to be my mom. This is going to kill my mother if I go on and talk about personal stuff. But that's like the wound, right? That's like what all of us are talking about, all of this suppression. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't not be myself because my mom's going to like want to disown me, kind of a thing. Right. So, yeah. Yep. Big things happening. Big uncomfortable things happening. Anyone else want to share? No, everyone's like, hell no.
I'm gonna do it because I'm just in the mood to rip all the band-aids.
Yes.
Attached to the longest piece of hair I have. I I'm ready. I have
love you.
very similar scenario to you, Ashley, in the sense of like how people know me from my past, and like only a few of my closest girlfriends know that what I do, but they don't understand it. And like we get together and we don't talk about it, and it's like if we
don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno. So it's very much that
Who's
that
Bruno?
scenario. Huh?
Who's Bruno?
Oh, it's from Encanto. I only know it.
I haven't seen
Those
it
that
yet.
have children that are watching Encanto on repeat, they know.
Okay.
But it's just they don't talk about this individual because he's psychic and he can see the future and blah blah blah.
Oh.
Like nobody wants to know, and yeah, great movie. You should watch it.
I'm going to.
But my like band-aid is going into my past, the people that I don't necessarily speak to as much anymore, seeing me in a different light, because it will be completely different from what they know me as, because it was only 3 years ago that I left like corporate America and didn't know what energy healing was. And so like almost 4 years ago now. And that's terrifying to me. And it's also very terrifying because, you know, with having family, being able to see it and being able to see my journey and being more raw online than I have been in person with my own family members is also probably hard, like for both parties. So that's where like the word of the year that I kept intuitively hearing was transparency. And now I understand why I heard that like right before the new year, that 2022 was just going to be the year of transparency. And I saw it as on like an individual level, but also on a collective level. And the transparency is literally getting back to our most pure, authentic form and who we are and who we're meant to be in this world, and like not being afraid of it. And that I'm like moving through the fear of that right now to get back to like just ripping all the layers to get to like the core of who I am. And doing that publicly is like the most terrifying thing you could possibly do. So why not, right? Why not? So I feel you there. I'm on the same page with the personal social media side of things.
Yeah, I just had to switch my device. I was running out of power. Like it literally sitting here listening to you, I feel sick thinking about doing this.
Yeah.
Which is
my body's actually shaking.
Oh God, it sucks. Growth sucks sometimes. Yeah. All right.
Can I
we're
offer
doing
just
it together.
something really quick I learned about that? Because I experienced like, I'm like so straight, clear-headed through stuff. And my body's like, if you can kind of pinpoint where it is in the body, apparently, if you kind of like put your hand over it, you can kind of find where that trauma is and help connect to it and release it.
That's fascinating. I keep saying I want to throw up, so I will think about that, where it's coming from.
I feel it in my lymph nodes, like right here, and my whole body gets stiff, but my whole body shakes.
Oh my God, it's here. Sorry, I cut you off, but I just like thought about it. And do you remember the other day when like all that energy, and I'm always going like this, I always have a spot right here. It's my throat chakra. Oh man. See, we're doing live healings right now. Yep, throat tapping. And like, you know what's amazing about the Vibe Tribe? Like, I know that when I go live, like I'm gonna be like, everyone, I'm going live, help me out. And I know that you guys will be there, and it's going to be an amazing, like, just support system. Yeah, I do. Like, I literally don't even go on Facebook at all because I don't want people to like know like who I am or what I do now. Yeah. Does anyone else have anything they want to share? Trisha.
I feel like Ashley's calling me.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
She's like, is there anyone else?
If you feel like I'm talking to you, then maybe that's what you feel.
Spill it, Trisha.
Now I'm hot.
Sucks.
I just got hot.
I know.
So Ashley has invited me to come on the Latte channel. And I haven't said yes and I haven't said no.
You haven't said anything to me. I'm waiting on a response.
I'm usually very decisive in decisions, and if I don't make one, then I haven't made one. You'll either get a yes or a no, but when you get silence, I'm usually still in the like contemplation mode and listening to the things that you're saying. Like, it doesn't feel safe. It feels very not safe. And one of the things that Alicia and I talked about was apparently I enjoy certainty. And then who is that? Mia.
Me.
She's wrote something in the comments. Oh, welcome back, Alicia. So, and somebody else said something to me recently, like, well, that sounds like, it's my counselor client. She's like, that sounds like control. And I was like, I like certainty a whole lot better. It's like nicer. So yeah, I was telling Kristen that, like, I have to have a conversation with you because I don't know what we're going to talk about. And we have to have a pre-conversation before it would happen in order for me to feel comfortable enough to do the lattes with you.
Oh, that's not how they work.
Well, if you want me to go on, we're going to have a pre-conversation.
No, that's not how they work. And that's fine if you're not ready. That's completely fine if you're not ready. But everyone else, hey, if you've done a latte chat with me, Megan, Anna, Britt's not here, Veronica, Lisa, Dr. Toby's going to do. And Dr. Toby was like, oh yeah, I can jump on for 5 minutes. I was like, it's an hour. She was like, what the hell? Can anyone else just say like how the chat went for them and like how they felt before and how they felt after? Veronica?
I was a little nervous when you started talking about more of Healy or the holistic part and like seeing things. I did get really nervous talking about it in like the public space. And you know, what I decided to do was to connect my heart with my mind and just be honest and just open and say, you know, what I really wanna like do. If like I am just talking you and me like a one-on-one instead of thinking like there's other people there, you know. So I think that's very important, thinking that this is you telling your friends and opening your heart. And when people see the authenticity and your heart, it's just something that lets people know how genuine you are, and it helps. That's it.
Thank you for sharing, because you come off of it as an extremely confident person, and I had no idea that you were nervous to talk about that stuff. Thank you for sharing. Megan, you did wonderfully. Megan, when we were talking, I mean, you brought up your mom and her suicide. And I was like, if you go back and watch the video, I went like this. Like I had no idea that happened to you. And so can you talk, because I'm sure you didn't go into the call thinking you were going to bring that up. Like, can you tell us how like that felt and how you felt afterwards?
While we were in it, I felt like we were here, like tonight. Like, this is so safe. This is a group that you need a code to get into, a pass, you know, another code and a password, whatever, to get into. And talking about those things are actually incredibly easy for me in this safe environment. What was so beautiful about the latte experience was you created that sacred space. So in the moment, I was very calm. I mean, you still get a little nervous maybe at first, but I felt safe. I was calm. Talking about that came forward easily. And then after, I was like, oh shit, what did I say? Because I had like that little moment of like, okay, did I say anything that would piss somebody off? Like, did I say too much about personal things of other people? You know, like I kind of had that little knee-jerk reaction of, is somebody going to get angry about what I did say? You know, because some people do have really bold opinions about the story of my mom, let alone, you know, my story with my mom. But I watched it and I was like, no, that was really good. People need to hear that. And then it took, okay, now I have to figure out how to post it, how to share it. I even had some troubles with that, which made me laugh because I'm like, look at how difficult this is. This is not normally so difficult to do. And it really helped. It helped bridge that understanding more of, it is safer to go out there in that way than I have thought, which we talked about before. It was common. It's what we think. I think Anna said that, you know, it's the thoughts that we have, or I'm not sure who said that, but it's so true. But it was really kind of a funny thing in the moment. Awesome. Could do that all day long. It was the after, like, oh, that wasn't in a private closed group.
Yeah. You know who I wish was also on this call is Britt. But she moved today, so she had to go. When we did our latte chat, I never know exactly, like these latte chats are a lot of spirit, guys. I really don't know exactly what's going to happen in these chats until we start talking. And does anyone else see this like light behind me coming in? What the heck? And so when I got on the call with Britt was already like nervous. She's been nervous to talk on social media. And she's never shared her story, which if you guys know her story, it's deep, it's traumatic. And she talked the entire time. Like it wasn't even a chat. It was like I said something and then it just opened the door for her to tell her entire story. And she was crying the whole time. You guys should go back and watch that one if you haven't. She was crying the whole time. Going into this I start crying because I'm like living this with her. And afterwards she was like, what the hell did I just do? Like, oh my God, did I sound stupid? Was I just crying the whole time? Like she was freaking, but it was so freeing for her. And afterwards she like started like making these videos and like hundreds of people are seeing her videos. She's like, what's happening? She ripped off a Band-Aid. Like that's what happened. That's exactly what happened to Anna too. You rip off a Band-Aid and the universe rewards you immediately. So Trisha, I love you so much. I hope, I think if anything, like it may come off that I'm hard on you, but it's probably because I'm very much like you. But like, if you don't want to do it, like I will never push anyone to do it, but don't think that this is for me to do these like latte chats. They're not. They're for you and they're for the universe because people need to hear your stories. Plain and simple. You're going to affect somebody. You're going to heal yourself, but you're going to affect somebody else by telling your story. That's just the way it is. So when you're ready, we will just two girlfriends drinking lattes, have a chat. And everyone else that I haven't already done a latte chat with, I can't wait to do one with you.
I feel like they're too short.
Well,
dialed into, I feel like, wait, I want to know more about this. I want to hear more. Tell me more, not just being new to the group. So it's kind of like, okay, what more can I learn? What more can I learn, so that we can support each other better.
Beth Ann, balls to the wall. I love you. And we have to schedule ours ASAP. They're an hour because that's how long lives can be. Yeah. Margaret, do you want to share anything? I always see you and you always look so chill and calm, and you don't have to if I'm putting you on the spot, but I would love for you to share.
No, I don't think so. Not tonight.
Okay. Are you in the Vibe Tribe, or are you coming from a different group?
Well, so I'm not directly related to you guys, but I started hopping on your calls, and it turns out that you guys all kind of live down where I used to live. I grew up in Bethany Beach, Delaware. I live all the way in Maine now.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, but I've really been enjoying the calls.
Are you from Mark's group?
Sorry.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're under Julie, aren't you? Julie.
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like Julie, is that Julie Brown?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
We love her. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it's lovely to see you here. I just always want to
Thank you.
Now that we're
Yes.
talking about Wilmington and PA, on Saturday, I'm gonna have an art show at the DuPont Country Club, Taste for Art. I think I'm gonna do a live, maybe around 8 or p.m. or something like that. So if you guys wanna say, hey, what's up? And I'll give you a sneak peek of the super party. I'm gonna have Anna and Ashley to come and help me get 2 sexy ladies, get some new customers, new people, vibing it out. So I would love for you guys to I don't know, tune in Instagram or something. Yeah.
What time?
I think maybe we should try it at 8, but I can announce it in my Insta depending on what's happening that day, right? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Especially when Ashley's dancing, I'll put live so you guys can see her moves.
No. No. That's just for us. and Tracy's Zumba classes. All right. Well, I think from here on out, I think maybe next week at the 9 o'clock hour, Kristen, if you're cool with it, we should do an intention setting transurfing for this next solstice thing and get really clear on what we want out of this solstice thing. And hopefully by then, we'll have more details. Is that cool?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. Does anyone else want to share anything before we hop off for the night?
I have a question about the intention setting. So is that you need us to come up with a single thing?
Yeah.
Okay, one. Okay.
Yeah. What do you want
healing.
the most?
And this has to be more focused on healing your body, correct?
I can't hear you.
She was saying it has to be more focused on healing your body. No, if somebody's intention for the solstice event is to attract, 10 amazing business partners that they want to work with, then that's fine too. Yeah, it's what you want the most out of this experience, this next experience.
Out of the 12-week experience, right?
The 12 weeks of summer. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So start thinking about it now.
Maybe we can write something up for people so that they have kind of an idea of what to expect.
Structure, Kristen.
Little structure.
real quick side note. So Kristen and I are trying to figure out well, we've been already doing it, but we're as these calls get bigger and bigger, when in the very beginning it was like 3 or 4 of us and we would just chat, and now we're still chatting, but like they need to have a little more structure. And Kristen creates these beautiful spaces, like as you can see behind her, like just beautiful spaces, everything's together, and she's a very structured individual. And I am a hot mess. I mean, not like, I say that in a loving way. Like, I'm just like, I have a lot of bags that I like come with me. Like, I'm wearing like 18 patterns all the time. Like, that's just who I am. And so when we're trying to figure out these calls, I was like, Kristen's trying to create this like structured space. And then I come and I throw my shit all over it. And she's just like, whoa, what happened there? And it's just really funny that how we like figured out what's going on.
It works perfectly.
It does. We have this beautiful, like, what is this light situation?
No, it's your angel light.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this was such a beautiful, deep call, as they typically always are. But I'm just grateful for you all, for showing up, for sharing, for being vulnerable, for also holding space for me to step into my power. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kristen, anything else? Any closing remarks?
No, it was just really, each one gets deeper and deeper. It's like we just keep bonding and growing together, and it's just all so special. Thank you for all your honesty and your heart space and your love, and we're doing cool things together. This is exciting.
I have a question because I got on here late. Did you I don't know if you guys talked about what we're doing this weekend. Did anybody share?
No one share. No, definitely share.
Okay. So Alicia and Mia is our media goddess. She's taking care of all of our media. So I've been having an idea to go out to places to share Healy, looking for like-minded people, just to kind of make it easier, because I like my roads to be easy when they can be. So we are going to a holistic fair this weekend, and we're going to be demonstrating Healy on people and doing some coaching in Lewis. And that's on Sunday.
The Illuminate Festival?
Yeah, Illuminate Festivals. Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's on my page. So put some comments on there to at least boost my post.
It's a mind, body, spirit arts festival.
Yeah. So there'll be psychics and crystals and jewelry and things like that if anybody wants to come down and support us.
I'm really
it's pretty
impressed
awesome.
with you guys. Yeah,
I'm really
excited.
It says in the description, it says energy work, body work, intuitive readers, crystals, essential oils, luxury spa products, handmade stuff. So pretty cool. I'm excited.
It's going to be amazing. I hope you guys are prepared to be the most popular people there, because I bet you will be. I have heard from past experiences that when there's so much technology in one room, hooking up to the Bluetooth could be an issue. So if you find that when you're scanning people, if it's like not connecting, you might have to take somebody like aside, like out, like just away from like all of the commotion. I heard that from like somebody who did like a huge trade show. So just planting that seed. But I can't wait to see pictures. I'm so freaking proud of you guys. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to hear how it goes.
Did she show you the banner?
I saw the banner.
No.
Very impressive.
I designed it.
Where would it be? Where would I see it?
It's in the
Trisha,
car.
you'll have to take it. Yeah, it's in the car. We'll take a picture. We'll take a picture of our
I could
booth
go
and
get it if y'all want to hold on.
Oh no.
No, I'll see it soon.
Yeah, take a picture of the booth and post it in our group.
I got a chakra table for a cover.
Actually, take a picture of yourselves as soon as you get there and send it to us so we can send you vibrations.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You guys are going to kill it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Like the connector cords for the Healy, can Oh, you only get them from Healy, or can you get them elsewhere? Are they interchangeable with other devices?
That's a good question. Anyone know the answer to that?
Because I know that the little pads you can get, they're good for the TENS unit. So I didn't
Yeah,
know
you can
if
get the
there was.
pads, but the cords, I'm sure you could. Good night, Lisa. I'm sure you could, but I don't know where people are getting them. I
Okay,
haven't
I'll
ordered
find
them.
out. I'll find out and let you know.
Make sure you have your links ready.
Oh, we do.
I do. I made QR codes.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm.
You guys are
They're
awesome.
on it.
It's gonna be very awesome.
Yeah.
Good night, Julie. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off too. I'm a little tired. Can't wait to hear how it goes next week. You guys are gonna be the first people to share, okay?
Can I just show my picture I was working on?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Cool.
Is that
I
a
painted
panther
the
in the
black
middle?
part. What? Here,
It
let me
looks like
turn
a
the light on.
it looks like a panther or a jaguar in the middle.
Well, so I painted it before just the black and I decided to add color. I think it's like a woman tied up screaming at the woman who's not tied up going towards a man.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I'm dyslexic, so I just don't see things the same way. But
There's one of the. That's pretty cool.
yeah, the kids at school, I don't know. All my artwork is about it now. So now I know why I'm making what I'm making at least. But anyway, just wanted to share.
Wow.
Thank you for
Thank
listening
you.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Good night, Soa.
Beautiful.
Good night, everyone. I love you.